Alright, in this video we're going to start our walk around the Hammer user interface by taking a look at the main menu bar. Now this is going to be a relatively quick video because we're not going to go over every single option in every single menu.
That would be very, very boring.
It would be really boring, and a lot of the options you're going to see are fairly self-explanatory. They're the kind of things that you see in just about every application you've ever used on a computer. So, Rap, go ahead and take it away. Let's see what we have in the main menu bar.
Okay, first we start off with the file menu, and you got several cool things like new, open, close, save, and save as.
Sure, stuff that we've all seen about 1,000 times.
And everybody knows what it does. There's different ways you can export. You can export to a DXF if you want to edit the map in a 3D application.
Very cool.
You can run the map, and I don't usually use this menu option because there's hotkeys and other buttons in the UI that I usually use for this. You can reload previous maps, and that's about it for this menu item. Then there's the edit menu where you can undo and redo. You can disable undo and redo if you're lead and perfect like me.
Lead.
That's right.
Nice.
You can find entities by their names, and you can replace names of different entities. You can cut, copy, paste, and delete all sorts of basic edit material.
Sure.
Then there's menu points concerning the map. Snap to the grid, which is usually a good idea to have on.
Yeah, whenever you're dealing in level design, it's a good idea to snap to the grid pretty much at all times.
There's show the grid, so you can turn the grid on and off, and there's different grid settings, so how big is the grid and what kind of units is it measured in. There's different things dealing with entities, and you should not use the entity gallery in the map you're using. We'll show what it does later. You can check the map for problems, and load point file and unload point file is dealing with map leaks.
Okay, finding holes in your map, which are a bad thing.
That's right. The map properties is dealing with the properties of the map overall, like the skybox and text in the beginning and stuff like that.
Cool.
Then over to the view menu point. Concerning different screen elements, you can toggle them on and off. There's the auto size, 4 views, which I showed in the last lesson. We can choose a view and go up here and change what it shows, basically the equivalent to pressing it and selecting a new
it's the
grid.
same thing as that little menu that's hiding in the upper left of each menu, or of each viewport, excuse me.
That's right. We can center the view on selection with Control-E, or we can center the 3D views on selection with Control-Shift-E.
So if you have an object selected and you want to center up your 2D views, you can hit Control-E, and what the menu doesn't tell you is that if you need to do that to a 3D view, you need to hit Control-Shift-E.
Yeah, you'll find when you work around with Hammer that the orthographic views and the 3D view doesn't snap together.
Gotcha.
There's different show and hide menu points, and we're going to cover those later.
All right.
Under the tools menu, there's different tools for editing and making geometry. You can carve, you can make it hollow, you can group it, you can tie it to an entity and untie it to an entity. You can deal with textures, and you can browse the sounds of Half-Life 2 if you're bored. You can transform the geometry.
Right.
And you can align the geometry in different ways.
Okay. What about the options down there at the bottom?
The options button will show the basic configurations of Hammer. So where's the files you're using for this map? So if you wanted to create a Counter-Strike mod, you would want to go in here and add the Counter-Strike directory.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Then there's the window button, which is basically basic window operations, like create a new window, which Zach showed earlier, and different stuff. And under help is a link to the help file.
The help file is very important.
The help file is a little outdated, but it's very important, and lots of people think that they're better than the help file.
Like Rap.
Yeah.
But the help file is a great resource. Don't be afraid of it. It does have a lot of information to get you up and going inside of Hammer.
But I am better than the help file.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I've seen you work. You need the help file more than anybody.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Again, just sort of a general overview of what the main menu bar holds for us. And so in the next video, we're going to take a look at the map view and operations toolbar across the top of the UI. So thanks a lot.